DBSCG things.
What is up, you guys? My name is Taxon and welcome back to Yuhp DBSCG things, and today I have another exciting deck profile. It will be Dark Broly. Is my 8th place list that I took to Indiana Regionals hosted by Gamers Dojo. Shout out to Gamers Dojo for hosting such a great event. I had an amazing time going to my very first regional and actually taking in the top 8. So I had a great time. Shout out to all of the players that went there, had a great time and battled it out. Shout out to the top 16 players that actually made it to the top. I also want to shout out to the 10 Michigan players that took the top 16. You guys did amazing. It was great to see all the familiar faces. You know, we had Spanky, Barber, FTG Hollow, we had Paul Damos, we had Devon Wilkerson, Frisco, and the man himself who took first place, Marquise McKinney with Dark Broly. So it was an amazing event. I had a great time. And with that being said, guys, I do also want to shout out my brother who was not registered for the event, but still drove me out to Indiana to where I could, you know, participate in the event. So shout out to him, you know, always hooking me up. And he actually ended up being able to take a place of someone that didn't show up, so he did get to play. With that being said, guys, we had a great time. I'm gonna turn this around so that you guys can see the list that I took. All right, you guys, so here we are. We got the deck. We got the packs for getting top 8, and we also got a deck box for getting top 8. So we'll open these at the end of the deck list. Get these out of the way and show you guys the deck. So, the leader, everyone knows it. You can take a life, look at the top 5, put 3 30Ks in your drop, draw a card when he attacks. 4 or less, awaken, draw 2. Effect on the back is you can put 3 30K black cards from your warp to your drop, draw a card. And then his activate battle is choosing your 30Ks with 0/0 and combo with it, basically, making all the cards in the deck combo power. Starting off the deck, we got 3 of the Toa. This Toa, you're gonna play her out. She has an auto on play. She's gonna grab a ball from your deck, and then she also has an activate main. Once per turn for 1 black energy, you get to pick up a ball from your drop area. Decent card. I don't think it needs to be a 4 of. It's just one of those cards that you keep in your hand if you don't got the ball already. So we got the ball. 4 of them. Some players run 3. I like 4 because I like to do this as much as I can. The Broly package. 4 of the 1-drops. 4 of the warp 1 from drop and warp 1 from hand. 3 of the SR, warp a battle card from field. We got 3 of the 7-drop burn damage ones. 2 of the blocker boys. And 2 of the Vindicator coming out of set 13. This card's good. It's not something you want to see a lot. It's not something you really want to use the overarm skill for. Like, I'd rather use a ball, go into it from deck, and then swing, pay 1. But anyways, 2 of those guys, he's very good. He puts the 7-drop on top of him if you need to go into play on your opponent's turn 3, or you can just move 6 back and go into another Dark Broly for 2 attacks. So very good. Our super combo of choice is going to be the Vegeta. Not much to say about the card. It's amazing. You can put any of these guys back in deck so you can ball into them. A lot of little shenanigans you can do with that card. 2 of the Power Burst. 2 Petrification. Card's great. Stops a lot of big body attackers. Like if your opponent swings lead and they got like a double striker or triple striker, any type of threat on board, you can negate their lead swing and then stop their next attack. Great card. It stops cards' effects from going into your turn. Like let's say your opponent has a card where it has an effect they can use on your turn. They can't use it until your turn's over because this lasts until the end of your turn. Then we have 2 of the new Kinegate. Card's amazing. It becomes live like the second Broly you play. Turn 1, you're normally going to play this, and then the moment they play a battle card, you're going to play this, and if they don't play a battle card, you're just going to play another one of those. So this card becomes live very, very quickly. It's a negate, comes out, and then its auto is you get to choose one of your opponent's battle cards, send it to the warp, and then at the end of the turn, it comes back into play with no skills. So 2 of that guy. Getting kind of into like my overall package. We're running 3 of the Max Saiyan Brainwash No More. Card's amazing. You know, just kind of, I like saying no negate when I'm at 2 life and making people dump their hand just so I can, you know, take 1. 2 of the Fighting Against Fate Bardock. This card's amazing. Just extra pressure. Sometimes I even put him out early. Just like if I'm on my plea turn, I'll put plea out and then overwhelm him out and just make a whole bunch of pressure very, very quickly. 2 Demagra. Some lists run more, some lists don't. I only run 2. He's a draw, he's a removal, he warps a card from field and draws, and then when he swings, he warps one from hand. So if you dark over him, he sticks, and then he's going to warp one every single turn. So tied with him and him, you're getting about 2 cards every single turn. I got 1 Mira, Creator Absorbed. This card's amazing. This card actually won me like 2 of my games. My opponent went down to 1. I threatened his hand a lot with my Broly's, and then last attack of my turn, I'd throw him out and be like, "Do you got enough to out-combo this one?" So they don't, because he's normally like 100,000+ every single time he attacks. It's only going to be the one time he attacks, but card's great. I got 2 of the Heartfelt Plea. He's going to come out on your like turn 2 or turn 3 Awakening. You're going to ball into him or just pay 2 to put him in the field and awaken, pop it, and get your triple striker in the field. Card's amazing. I did run the control variant basically up until probably like 4 days until the event, so I never ran Plea. Plea in this event did so much work for me. I seen this 2 of copy card so often, and it was either, okay, cool, he's going to get counterplayed, cool, I made them waste a counterplay. Or, cool, I made them crit a life. Or, cool, my Awakening turn was a draw 6. So, no matter what, in my opinion, this card's very, very good. And if you get it too late, your super combo is very easy to put that right back into deck, so you don't need to see it for the rest of the game. Card's amazing. Another 30k threat, just like everything else in the deck that's just going to pressure your opponent. I run 2 of the Mekikaraba. I said that terribly. I'm sorry for butchering that. It's Mekigbora? Whatever it is. Anyways, he's Deflect. You get to choose a card name and its battle cost. You can't play it, and then he has Activate Main for free. Once per turn, I get to grab a ball. I'll put this over here. 2 of the SS3 Gohans. Anytime I want to combo out one of my dudes, anytime one of my Overwhelms leave a field, or anytime one of my dudes get removed by any of my opponent's skills, he's going to come out and block an attack for me. Or I can just combo with my leader's skill, one of these guys out of field to put him in for an extra attack and just keep pressuring. Got 2 of the Goku. Card's amazing. He's a Self-Awakener. When he attacks, becomes a 15k. And then he also has an auto once per turn. If your leader's a Black Sang and your opponent uses a counter skill, they have to choose a card in their hand and warp it. This card got sided out for BMS in quite a few of my matchups. But this card is amazing. This card stops a lot of decks. Like Mecha Frieza, if they counter, they're going to warp. They're going to have to get rid of this before they do their normal shenanigans. So I got 2 of that guy. 2 of the Hidden Power Supreme Kai, whatever his name is. My thumb's on it. Anyways, he's just the double strike. He's the Champa double, basically. You're going to combo him out. You have to declare to give him double strike, so don't let someone, you know, rule Sharky on that. You need to declare that he gets double strike with this one. But either way, I just like this art better than Champa. And my secret rare of choice, this card did work. I can't see myself or any other Dark Broly player really ever using anything else. Some people are talking about that new Sin card. I'm like, no. Kai. Unison wipe is too important. 2 energy board wipe is too important. And a 40k attacker is too important. There's been many games where I wasn't even using this card for the board wipe, but I was going in for that last health, and my 30ks weren't enough. So I just paid 1 in between one of those random battles to put this out so I could swing it with this too. Card's great. Not much else to say about her, you know. Waifu tax, I know, I love her. Gotta have her in the deck. So guys, I'll get into my sideboard really, really quickly. I got 2 Protector of the People in it. The reason I run this is for wideboard decks. You know, maybe Bardock was going to be there, I didn't know. Vegeks was definitely going to be there. I used this against Vegeks. This helped me a lot. I did side it in against Vegeks. I didn't see it. I can't remember any other games I used this for. I think I only sided it in 1 match. So that's that. Then we have 2 BMS. Not much to say about him. This guy comes out for him a lot of games. But this is just going to help your opponent have to get rid of this in order to play cards. I mean, not much to say about that card. It stops so many decks right now. Because, I mean, this entire game is free play now. We got 2 Super Kamehameha. This is another card that also made its way into my deck almost every single side. This was really used for those decks that were gonna just floodgate me constantly. I mean, I sided it in against Mecha Frieza, thinking I was gonna use it for the 3-drop negate Mecha. I never used it on that card. He never was able to use it that game. He ended up just dropping like Poutine, and that's what I used it on. So I was like, no, warp your Poutine. I don't want to warp. I don't want to rest my dudes when I play him. So, I mean, it's a useful card. It stops floodgates, this and that, this and that. I run 2 Koitsukai. Shout out to my boy, my good friend, and my teammate Koitsukai. He let me borrow these. So I drove out to his place about like 45 minutes away from my house, 45 minutes back, and then headed out for the drive to Indiana. I want to shout out Rodney Pierce, really hooking me up, letting me get these for the event. These made it into my board almost every single game. Any game that I thought that this was useful, I thought this was useful. Because if I thought this was useful, then they were probably going to play something on my turn, right? Because if I'm using this to stop floodgates, then they're definitely playing a battle card on my turn, which means that they're not playing the battle card, or they're dropping 2. So this card is just absolutely amazing, and it also helps me put Plea back into my deck when I don't need it. It helps me put these guys back into my deck when I don't need them, and things like that. This card's amazing. It's expensive for a reason. 1 extra power burst, just to have extra negates on deck, because I do only main board like 4 extra card negates and then just the 2 Kais. So just 1 extra power burst, just to make sure I, had power burst. 2 of my version of a floodgate. The Bardock here overwhelms out, and then your opponent can only attack with a battle card once on their turn. I never used this. Every single time I was in an aggro matchup, I just felt like I could out-aggro him with Plea. So yeah, Plea never made it out of my deck, and I thought that I would side this out a lot, but this worked so well for me in so many games that I just kept it in, just thinking like that chance of me pulling this card, getting 2 extra draws and a triple strike was very, very good. So this card really never made it into my deck. There's a lot of decks that this would be good against and help Dark Broly out with, but it was not necessary in my event. I got 2 Secret Identity Max Saiyan. This is another card that I never sided in. The warp with that guy and the warp with Demagra just seemed to be enough removal, and then other than that, I would have just attack at your battle cards and get rid of them that way. So this guy was never actually needed. I never sided him in, but there's plenty of decks where this card is amazing against. So I kept it in there just in case I was going to need it for mass removal, but I never ended up needing it. 2 of that, and getting onto my last 2 cards from my side. 1 extra Mechie, just for those, very blatant chain, like straightforward chain decks, like Red Broly. I mean, I can use this against my mirror match. I can use this against Mecha if I'm scared of them putting Bojack into field, or if I'm scared of them using the negate Frieza, anything like that, or if I'm scared of Cell. This card is just amazing to see extra copies of if I need it. It gives me my ball also. And 1 extra copy of the Gohan just in case I needed more blockers. It's also another attacker, so I don't know why I ended up keeping this in my side, but it stayed. I never used it. The cards I really used from my side deck were Koitsukai, were really these ones up here. These 4 cards. These 8 cards made it into my deck almost every game. These ones never made it in at all. So with that being said, guys, this is my deck profile. I did get 8th in my very first regional. I had a great time. Shout out to all the players that were there and also had a great time. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get right into my prizing, guys, and see what I get. So, these are where they got these stamped cards where they, oh my god. Oh my gosh. It looks like I just opened up the perfect card for my deck. This will be going straight into the sleeve. Wow, that looks amazing. So these are the stamped reprint cards that they revealed probably like a couple weeks ago, a month ago. Ooh, we got the Prideful Transformation Vegeta. He looks very good as well. Those stamps look nice. I did already open my participation packs while I was at the event and just put them directly into my binder. These I thought would be cool just to get on the camera. So that's what we're doing here. We got Come Forth Shenron. This seems like a card that should be for the starter deck Shenron deck, so that's probably what that's for. Next card. I would not mind me one of those Zamatsus. I need me more of those. Oh, we got a Broly. This is for the Chili deck. This card's really dope. This card's really dope. I'm excited for that. Alright. Last champ pack. Give me the Zamatsu. Give me the Zamatsu, man. I suck at opening these ones. Oh, we got the Zamatsu. Nice. Card's very good. I like this card a lot. And I've been tweaking with the yellow leader of Bojack and making blue yellow, so this might make it into that deck. Card's amazing. Getting into the last two things. Just a couple packs. Go right to the back, see if we got something special. Yeet. Nothing special. On to the last pack. Let's get this boy done so you guys can be done watching my long ass video. And nothing spicy. Alright guys, so that is it for this video, guys. I do hope you guys enjoyed my deck profile. With that being said, I had a great time at regionals. You know, shout out to Gamers Dojo, shout out to Rodney for letting me Bowers, Coach Sky, shout out to all the Michigan players for going and doing so dang good. Just shout out, and shout out to Marquise McKinney for using Dark Broly himself and taking first place. Always a great job there. And with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Deuces. And I also got the Android 16 winner stamp, the Cooler Tyrannical Assault, and the Dormant Potential Unleashed. So that's what the winner stamps look like for when you get top 8, guys. They look absolutely stunning. I also forgot to say, guys, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new here. Hit that bell if you want to be notified every single time I upload a video. And also drop me a comment below asking any questions or anything like that. I do love interacting with the subscribers there. So go down below, hit those buttons. And with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces.